Hello, Losi. So excited to see you here. Hello, Steve Psycho. Great to see you. There's my co host.
Hello, Shelly again. How are you?
Yes, doing great. Thank you so much for being here for week 4 of Music Matrix. So excited. There's Sin. How are you doing?
Hello, Sin.
I am well. I am well. How was everyone?
Great, thank you. Let us know when you're all set up on your end. He takes care of so much behind the scenes. We have no idea.
No worries. I'm gonna be sharing the space. Uh,
Yes, me too. I'm gonna retweet if everybody can retweet the space and get that link to your friends, get some more people in here, and then um, if you're in Decentraland in the True Band Room, we will be dropping a True Show app for this event, which is the proprietary attendance token in the True Band Room. It is a Polygon NFT that will land in your hidden folder on OpenSea. And
ooh.
I will be using that to draw a winner for a legendary wearable as well. So definitely jump into
Wait, so
Decentraland. So,
quick question.
sure.
All I have to do is be there.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. I'm new to all of this, guys. So for those of you out there in the listening panel, thank you for being here. Shelly just onboarded me to Decentraland, so I'm a newbie. Bear with me, but we're good.
Oh, well, that was the quickest onboarding session ever. You got it so fast. It was perfect.
You're a great teacher. Because I seriously would have not know how to navigate.
I'm yeah, that was very, very quick and easy. All I had to do was like show up and wave hello, Losi.
I was like, who is this person in front of me throwing kisses?
It is Mew. But yeah, we're like, we're so happy to have you on, and as well as like even here at the True Band Room. And I'm so excited for all our listeners, everyone at the True Band Room and here on the space, to like, learn about your journey in both like the music space and like, coming into Web3.
I'm very, very excited to be here. And as I always say, like this Web3 world is wild and crazy how one thing leads to the other. I met Canessa. I don't know if she'll be here, but I met Canessa in one space, like a space that I totally was not expecting would turn out so amazing. And I met her there. We connected. She bought my NFT, then she told me that she wanted to onboard me to Decentraland and talked with Shelly. Now I connected with Shelly. Now we're here, and it's all a crazy, crazy ride. But I'm super, super happy how it all worked out. So very excited again to be here. I'm right now looking at the been so much fun to see it. This definitely adds to the experience to see the music video playing in the screens and the whole, vibe, everyone dancing there. I am dancing even.
And if you notice on the back wall, your
Yeah,
NFT, which
thanks
we will
again
talk
for
about in just a few
inviting.
minutes, is linked there. And on the sidewall, I'm seeing broken links, but that is because I believe OpenSea is not supporting GIF NFTs in Decentraland just yet. So I might mess with that while we're talking to try and fix those. But if you click on those, it should link to her NFTs that are currently
When
purchasable.
when you say GIF NFTs, are you referring to the NFTs on the wall that are moving?
Yeah, Sin, do you see them?
Yes, I see them.
Oh, okay, sweet. Then it's just me. I see broken links, but that's only on my screen. So as long as everybody else can see them, that's fantastic.
I mean, let's ask. Let's see if anyone else sees the the GIF NFTs. And welcome, KJ. Welcome, Ozone. I see we have Steve, Sai, and Fred here listening in the Twitter space. Really appreciate your time, and thank you so much for being here. Wondering where Canessa is, but I think Canessa is out at a festival at this moment.
In Decentraland or in real life?
In real life. Canessa likes to go to these like steampunk festivals that are like super
Ooh,
cool. when when
wow.
Whenever you see her again, you should ask her about it, and maybe even if you're lucky, she'll show you her outfit for them.
I will ask her definitely. That's awesome. Anyone going to SXSW, however you pronounce that, this week in Arizona, I believe it is?
Personally, I am not. I'm on the other side of the country. I'd have to like jump on a flight now.
Damn, where are you based?
I live in Florida. Uh,
Oh, that's nice. I was just there. I was in Miami this last week.
oh, okay, okay. Then you were about 2 hours away from me, because like Miami is like on the east coast of Florida, of Southwest Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and my town Naples is on the west coast of Southwest Florida.
Oh, I
Wait,
like
I
that.
just said Southwest.
I've heard of Naples. Very cool.
Yes, yes, very beautiful place to like visit. At this moment in time, I wouldn't recommend visiting for beaches specifically. Seems like we're dealing with a little bit of red tide.
Damn, that's not good.
No, one day the Florida wildlife you know division will do it right, and we won't have any more red tide. But until then, we deal with it, I guess. All right. So hmm, let's see. We have a few people here at the band room. I see that Jason is up top looking down on us, making sure he gets all the best screenshots he can.
As
Simple,
always.
I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me?
Now I
Shelly?
can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool.
But okay now. Okay, now. Sorry.
That was close. So I guess this would be a good time to get started. Losi, once again, thank you so much for being here. And so before we start, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, for sure. Again, thank you for inviting me. So to make things not too long. So my name's Losi. That's my artist name, but my real name is Isabella. I am from Colombia and I'm 24 years old, but I am currently living in Philadelphia in the US because I am in university. So I'm finishing my degree and in business actually. So I'm doing a business analytics and entrepreneurship. And yeah, so I'm doing right now that and music, of course, Web3, as you guys know. That's why we're here. But yeah, I'll get into the story a bit more of how I ended up here as the conversation goes on. But that's it for like a little mini bio about myself.
Uh, and thank you. Like that is awesome. So you had
Oops, I
mentioned you're
cannot
from
hear you again. Damn, what is going on?
Shelly. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, hmm. Maybe just a little, internet. A weak wave of internet just hit.
Losi, can you hear us
Shelly,
now?
can you speak to see if I hear you? Because I cannot hear Sin again.
Yep, Losi, can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Oh
Testing,
no, did I
testing.
rug? Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I hear you both.
Yeah, I think she just needs to maybe
What
rejoin.
is this?
Yep, wouldn't be a bad idea. Here, let's type in chat, be like, try turning it off and turning it back on.
Have you ever been in an airplane where that's the fix? Because that always freaks me out.
Oh
The last
no.
time I was stuck on the runway for like hours and they were like, oh my God. And somebody's like, just turn it off and turn it on again. And then it worked. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm really feeling safe in this plane.
At least it wasn't turned off and turned back on like midway in the flight, like in the air.
Facts. Yes. Very, very true.
All right. Losi's doing the process.
My daughter's making a racket in the kitchen, so I'm going to be on mute for just a minute. Losi's back. Can you hear us now?
I can. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh my
Perfect. We
god.
could hear you before too.
Oh, okay, okay. So it was my end. Twitter just sometimes rugs, it's so weird.
No, it happens to all of us.
Yeah, Elon gotta fix that.
Yes. Yes, he does.
But yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing about yourself. And you said you're studying medicine, but business, is that correct?
No. Business analytics.
Oh,
Oh God.
got it.
No, medicine. No, I cannot see blood. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's funny. Business analytics. Wow. Okay. Very cool. And you're in Philadelphia?
I am in Philadelphia, so actually, I think this fits right in here. So I used to study here. As soon as I graduated high school, I came to study here in the U.S. But while I was here, I had to stop my university because I had some health issues I had to take care of. So I had to go back home. And when I was like, this was not planned, by the way. Like when I went back home, this was against my will, basically. But the pandemic hit when I returned, and so that's when I connected with music again, and that's when I decided like I want to make music. Like I do not want to grow up and be like, why didn't I try? And I feel like that happened to a lot of people during the pandemic, that we just started to realize that life's very short. It sounds cliche, but it's true. Like we literally have a limited amount of time in the world, and I knew that inside of me I had this burning desire to make music, so I was like, I'm gonna do it. And that's when I started to make music. That's when I started to write, and so many like of the emotions I had been holding back for so long, started to translate into songs, into art. And naturally I started healing again. Like I started to be better mentally, physically. I also came across Web3 during that time, and for a moment I was like, I don't want to go back to university and finish. And that was kind of like my biggest struggle the past year, like deciding whether or not to come back. A huge part of it was because I was scared that coming back would mean that I would have to trade it off for not being in Web3, not being able to make music. But you know what? I was like, who says I cannot do both? And I already had like almost completed most of my degree, so I was like, I don't lose anything going back, finishing, and also doing my stuff, my music, what feeds my soul. And that's why I decided to come back. So I just arrived in January to finish, and also still here in Web3 still making music, and it's been a crazy ride. It's been definitely sometimes hard to balance, but we're here and plan to be here and continue to be in Web3.
Well, I am happy you found your way here, and I think that what a beautiful journey. I mean, bittersweet with the pandemic and everything. I feel like a lot of us um, found time to heal and sort of reprocess like what we should be doing with ourselves. So that's great to hear, and I'm so happy you made the leap to find music again.
Oh, definitely. I think that I know like the pandemic was definitely, something I recognize that it was very hard for the world and everything, but in hindsight, I think that there were a lot of positive things that came out of it, and at least for the people that took time, to use it as a time to um, reflect and appreciate life a bit more. That that was definitely something that I got out of it. Like it was a time where we all felt very fragile. It's like we truly are very vulnerable to anything, and we never know what can happen and what will happen. So we might as well make the best of what we have right now, because that's truly the only thing we have, which again sounds cliche, but it's the truth.
I mean, totally, and I mean, thank you so much for sharing. It had, just listening here, to kind of what you were just telling us, like, made me even think about like our conversation earlier about how I was telling you that I was using the central end in a way to cope, and then you had mentioned something about like whenever um like the opportunities will present themselves in life, and you have to kind of they'll come like at the right time, not when you want them.
Oh, for sure. If something I've learned, especially the past few years, it's like things come when we're ready for them, and it's sometimes we like have to be very kind of like receptive and in tune with ourselves to know when the opportunities are, because they can pass, and if we're not, like, if we don't see them as what it is, we can like let them go, like let them pass by. But yeah, it's crazy how life works, but it's definitely fun.
I'm sorry, did you say you're 24? Because I'm over here at 38, like, where was I at 24? Certainly not this wise.
Things that have led me to really like think about why we act certain ways and why the world works. I don't know, I've always been very curious about that, so I use a lot of my time to to think about life. But yeah, I don't know. I'm weird.
No, that's beautiful. I love that. I think you're just a gem already. We only just met properly via voice a couple of hours ago, but just I already love your brain. Um, so on that note, can you tell us a little bit about your drop, your breakthrough?
Yes, of course. So that goes again very in line with what I was just telling you guys about. So as I started making music, writing, I I realized that a lot of the things that had been happening to me were because of holding myself back from my authentic self, which was the Losi that wanted to make music, that wanted to write, that wanted to perform. which I had hidden for so long because everyone around me was like, "You cannot be an artist. Like artists do not make a career, cannot make it. They'll, all the BS that everyone says." And I believed it, and so I completely hid that part of me and did not pursue my dream and went to university. Which, by the way, I'm not against. Like I was a very good student growing up, and I love to learn. I love to study. It's just that there's a world where I believe that I can do both, which is what I'm doing right now. So that's what excites me. But growing up, I did not think that way, and so I completely like did not make music. But again, when I started to make music, I started to feel better. I started to just overall recover, and I associate making music with my own like breakthrough as a human, as a person. And that's why I decided to name my project Breakthrough. And so Breakthrough consists will consist of my first two songs. So right now I've only dropped one as an NFT, which is Broken, that we can play later on, and you guys will kind of understand the story. And then the other song is Full, which also makes part of like the Breakthrough story. And so those two songs will be under this project, and that's why I decided to call it Breakthrough in a nutshell. And just to give a little bit of background of Broken, when you guys hear it, that's a song I wrote to my parents, and it's kind of like the feeling of being feeling like powerless because you're hurting those around you with what you do or what you say or your actions, and being conscious of that, but at the same time not being able to change what you do to not hurt them. So it's kind of like a song asking for forgiveness and for understanding, and just letting them know what's going on in my head that I cannot say.
Wow, that is gorgeous. And shout out Canessa's here. Canessa is the reason we met Losi. So thank you so very much for the introduction. Canessa bought one of your NFTs and immediately hopped in DMs like, we got to get Losi into Decentraland. Let's go. So yes, yes, yes. Welcome to Decentraland. Welcome to the DCL fam. Losi is in the True Band Room right now as an avatar, looking fly and going to be looking flyer because I already know she's going to be doing some shopping. So,
Oh yes,
um,
oh my god, I'm already scared for myself. This is a hello, Canessa, shout out to you, and yeah, I hope I'll be looking flyer very soon.
So like a little bit of context before the call, we were before this Twitter space, we were in a call with Losi, and we're just like explaining the different factors of things, like how to log in, come in through browser, and then we got to like the wearable marketplace part of things. And Losi was ready to go. She was like, "I have some Matic. Like, how do we do this?"
Well, and the worst part is, guys, I told you I'm like the most indecisive person you'll ever see, and I can like look at things for hours and then never decide. And so I need some help. I'm gonna probably ask for some help to decide because, guys, I cannot pick for like to save my life.
Well, then I will have to point you towards our friend Canessa to guide you in the right direction on what wearables to look at. That would be one of our wearable queens here in the space.
Oh yes, Canessa, you'll be helping me out pick some outfits. Shout
and
out to
Canessa,
Zed. Go ahead, Shelly. I just want to say hi to Zed that I see him in the audience. But that's me.
yes, hello, Zed. No, Canessa, I know you're out in the real world, but if you're welcome to join the stage and join this conversation. I mean, everybody is, but especially Canessa, since you're the whole reason we're here. So please, if you can, you're welcome. Oh, sad face. Clearly doing things in real life. So enjoy. Let's see. Oh, okay. So, Losi, I watched your music video. Holy moly, skydiving. Please explain how you were able to hold it together and not freak out, and like where did you get the courage to accomplish jumping out of a plane? Yes.
To ask you to forgive me for all my mistakes. Kind of like whoa, is it too late? Body that and whoa, is it too late? Like believe me when I tell you that like this is the perfect opportunity. It hurts to see you cry. Like if you ask me, and why is it so hard to change? And why is it so hard to let my heart almost like even when everyone around me have hurt. My fish still hold me down and I can't seem to fly away. No, I can't seem to fly away. No, I can't seem to fly away. Oh, I wish I could fly away. Which I think I know. You've given your all for me. And I hate how my fears reign over me. And I know. You've given your all for me. And I hate how my fears reign over me.
That the big push right there. And could you describe to me your experience, like once you're on the plane, you're all hooked up, ready to go, your instructor, the person that's guiding you, is like leaning you closer to the edge of the plane. What were some of the thoughts running through your mind?
Oh, Losi, you're on mute.
Oh God, I was again telling my whole story on mute. Thank God. Okay. So, repeating myself. So, do you know how I told you how I think the world works in like weird and amazing ways? So, I'm very much of a person that if people tell me like how things work and like explain to me and make me feel safe, it's much better. And so I had this instructor who was wonderful. He was like so like nice. He was explaining everything super clearly, and I compare it with my sister because my sister is like crazy. She loves everything that is extreme, and her instructor was super different from mine. And mine was just like explaining everything, and while of course I was very very nervous, but he definitely made me feel much safer. But when we were like in the plane and the plane was taking off, I seriously had like 5 times I thought I was gonna like I wanted to get out of there, but you're strapped to a person like you're not alone, like I was strapped to my instructor, so it's not like I could run away. And I think the worst moment was the like the second you see like the person in front of you like drop out of the plane and like you're next, which by the way this is in a split of like like you cannot even like this is I'm telling you guys, but this happens in like seconds, but this was just in my head like in slow motion, but this is like super fast. And so the person in front of you drops out, like you're next, like there's nothing you can do. That moment, that's the worst second of my life, was the worst second of my life. My heart, I legit was like beating probably 2000 beats per minute. And but then once you jump out of the plane, like you don't feel anything, just like freaking wind like on your face. I was smiling, and my smile, I could not even close my mouth, so my whole like face is like smiling for the whole drop. And also, very interestingly, because there's pressure from the wind like up and you're coming down, you don't feel like that when you're in a roller coaster, like that thing you feel when the drop, I don't know how to say it in English, but you
Are
don't
you talking about the butterflies?
it's not like the butterflies, but like the the emptiness you feel when you drop out of it like a roller coaster, like you feel like your heart is up in your head or whatever. That you don't feel it when you're falling from the sky, because there's pressure from the wind pushing you up. So it's like these two forces working like against each other, so you don't feel that. So it's very interesting. It's 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 a very weird experience. Definitely cool. It's super cool then when you're like on the parachute and you get to see like everything like above. And that was my favorite part, because I was like, calm and obviously trembling and thinking like, what if we fall down? What if I die? All the shenanigans that go in your head. That also, the instructor told me like, I'm just gonna teach you how to land if we make it to the parachute part, because otherwise you don't even know you won't even need to know how to land. So I was like, okay, vibes. If we die, we die. But we lived. Here I am. Again, I'm not quite sure if I would do it again, but nevertheless, cool experience. Did it for the music video, did it for the song, and yeah.
Do it for the vine. Oh my god. When you
Quite
said that,
literally.
that brought me back to like 2013, 2014, around there when Vine was around. And yeah, there were many people doing it for the Vine. I believe these days, I think people are doing it for the TikTok.
Yeah, do it for the talk. Not even do it for the virality. Jesus Christ, everyone's chasing virality these days.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And then on the other hand, we're all here in Web3, chasing our dreams.
Yeah, chasing. I don't know what we're chasing. I don't even know what we're chasing. We're chasing our dreams. Yeah, I'm chasing. Yeah.
So, speaking of the videos, I noticed some crazy cool outfits in your
Thank
video.
you.
Can we talk a little bit about that and like who chose them? How did you decide what to wear?
Yes, of course. So for the for the for the Broken music video, this whole song video, everything was super DIY, homemade. The video was recorded by my sister and a friend. I edited it. Outfits were chosen by me and my sister. As I was telling Shelly earlier, my sister, I tell her she's gonna be my stylist one day. So she helps me a lot with kind of like picking and deciding what to wear. But for the full music video, which was like actually produced by video like a producer and a director, and I had this idea in mind, and he helped me come to life. And he was also the one who helped me pick the outfit. So we both kind of like um, went back and forth and had a few talks of what we wanted the looks to be, what we wanted the video to look like. And again, he had some context. So the clothes I'm wearing in the full music video are not mine. They're actually like borrowed from like people who are professional, and they dress crazy crazy clothes. But it was obviously like something that I agreed, first of all, that thing fits my brand as an artist and as a musician, and helped him, decide what I wanted to wear for the music video. But I love fashion. I love fashion. I think it's also another form of art, another form of expressing ourselves. Like clothes and accessories and the things we choose to wear say so much about ourselves and so much about who we are, that I feel we should all be very conscious of what to wear, especially also because I'm a fan of, like, I do not judge people by their cover. I do not judge anyone by what they wear or whatever. But first impressions are always, like, visual, and so we always, if we want to convey something with our clothes and with what we're wearing, it's definitely like important to be aware of that.
Well said. I love that. And you are joining Decentraland at the perfect time of the year because Metaverse Fashion Week is coming up at the end of this month. And I believe activities have already begun throughout the community. So wearables are on fire in Decentraland. I see Death to Tennis is here. Thank you for being here. And Fuck Boys, I assume that's Marcus on the account. Death to Tennis is actually going to be, well, they are the True Bands Room's wearable sponsor for this entire month. And all show app holders from each event. So every time you join an event in the band room in Decentraland, you'll receive an automatic NFT airdrop. That airdrop acts as a raffle ticket to win a legendary wearable from Death to Tennis. So just shameless plug there for a second. So everybody at the end of this event, I will draw that winner.
Oh, that's super cool, and shout out, nice to meet you. And hey, Shelly, I had a quick question. How exactly does because again, I'm super new to this whole metaverse, Decentraland world. So how exactly does the fashion week work?
Ooh, that's a great question, which I'm not as equipped as I probably should be to answer. So, Metaverse Fashion Week, and Sin helped me out here because last year, I can't remember where it was, but it was very well done. It was like multiple different builds. And I know this year Tang, oops, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear.
I can hear
Okay,
you
for a
now.
sec.
I lost you for a sec, but I was like, I'm not again, my freaking Twitter.
Okay. So Tang Poco is the official supermodel of the metaverse right now, and so yeah, I'm stumbling all over the place. Help me, Sin.
Yeah. So last year, at least, it was like a series of fashion show events. We had some bigger, more known fashion brands come into the space. Was it DG, that Dolce and Gabbana, that came in last year during Fashion Week?
Yes, I think so.
So, yeah, yeah, and a few others, and like officially, Decentraland had their own fashion shows that were like they had the runway going, and all of us like gather around to watch. But while that was going on, in between, like in the time slots in between, like the official events, there were also community ran fashion shows, which were pretty cool as well. I remember Meta Party having one. Mariana, she is a community member. She managed to get me inside a dress and heels for one of the runways. I was quite impressed because she managed to get like five males in dresses. So like that's pretty impressive. Good, good. Shout out to Mariana. And so yeah, there's a lot of like wearable releases around that time from these brands that are entering the space. This year we do have quite a few brands entering, like what is it, Tommy Hilfiger. I think I saw like Diesel. I'm not very fashionable, so I can't tell you like all these brands exactly.
Well,
And
I'm definitely gonna look into that. So cool.
Yeah, I think when Losi wearable, and what do you envision your first digital wearable being?
When wearable, that's the question. I hope very soon. Like, I'm gonna, as I told you, I actually wanna. My sister is not into Web3 at all, but I would love, like, I feel this could be a way to onboard her because she loves design, she loves fashion, and she's very tech savvy, so I think I wanna, I wanna get her into this world, and I think that's a great way. So I would love to help her design my first wearable. As of what will my first wearable be, I'm still okay. So I'm still deciding, but I think some cool wings would be freaking amazing. I love wings. I think the meaning of them like are amazing. Also, my song "Broken" has fly in it, so I think it would just go with the vibe of me. And if I could design some cool wings, that would probably be my first wearable.
That's awesome. And maybe a pretty parachute.
Oh yes.
um,
And wait, no, another thing that I would love to, I love shoes. So maybe some cool like sneakers, like crazy stuff. I love shoes too, so maybe that's another thing. Or a hoodie. I love oh my god, no, so many things. Shelly, this is oh my god, my head is already coming up with ideas.
oh, I love it. That's going to be so exciting. So, when is your next music drop?
Depends on what like music, if you mean song or if you mean like NFT.
Oh, sorry, either or both.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so for my next NFT, first will be Full, of course, as I told you guys, which is under Breakthrough. That will be a free airdrop to all holders of Broken NFT, and there will be a few editions, still TBD, but it's gonna be very small amount of editions for new holders who want to get the full NFT. And that's gonna close my Genesis collection, which is gonna be like my, the original one, the one that holds the most benefits. And as of my song, like my next actual song, it's probably be will be in a month because I just finished recording it literally this week. I was in Miami again, as I've told. I don't know if I mentioned this here, but I was in Miami last week, and I got the chance to record a song that is probably my favorite as of right now that I've written and made. And as soon as I get the master, I'll upload it to Spotify, but you have to like give Spotify, I think, 4 weeks in advance. So I think I'm gonna get it this week, like maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. I'll do that, and then it will probably be in a month, my next single. But I'll be obviously releasing a few sneak peeks here and there of what the song is. But very excited about that one. And then that one will probably become a music NFT later down the line. Uh, but yeah, we're writing, and I'm writing a lot of music this year. I want to put out a lot more songs and collaborate with people. I'm collaborating with a few producers I've met here, songwriters. Everyone that I'm collaborating currently are Web3 people, so that is freaking awesome. And something that really excites me about being here. It's the possibility of connecting with so many artists, so many talented people that are here just for the music. Like we are here just to do things that we love with nothing, like with no agenda, and we're just enjoying it. I'm enjoying it so much, and excited to see what 2023 brings, which it has already brought amazing things. So very grateful for that.
Totally. And so, as far as collaboration goes, within the Web3 space, who is your like? Do you have a ideal person in mind that you want to collaborate with, or perhaps maybe even like yeah. Do you have a ideal person in mind that you would like to work with?
As in like a specific artist, in terms of like a specific artist, I I'm not 100%. I'm very open, like I love people who are excited to make music, who are excited to collaborate, who I connect and vibe with. I do not force things, or it's like, so I just go with the what feels right. And for instance, like I met this guy very like when I first joined NFTs, which was back in December of 2021, so a little bit over a year ago. And we met at a project that had nothing to do with music because I came across Web3 not because of music. I was like a DJ, like an NFT, the 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 regular kind of NFTs. And I came across this guy, and he literally, that the story is there in the description of the All Night Long song, but he randomly sent me a message on Discord like, I see you're into music. I'm sure we'll collaborate more. Something along those lines. I'm sure we'll talk more. And fast forward to today, he's one of my closest friends right now. I've never met this guy in person, by the way, but we've made 3 songs together. We're working on more. We've released 2 officially, one of which is the one that is currently uh minting, that's running for the reveal competition, which is All Night Long. So that's the guy I'm talking about. And I instantly, like, when we met, like, his energy, his vision, like, we connected instantly, and everything flows. Like, he sends me stuff, I send him stuff, we hop on calls, we help each other out. And it's just been like a fun friendship slash work relationship. So that's maybe what I look for in someone, like someone who I connect with, who I can count on, and who I feel comfortable sharing ideas, and who, like, I know, who wants to, like, we want to build each other up, we want to help each other. And that's probably it. Something cool, like, now that I'm thinking of this question, I've loved to collaborate with like a virtual artist. So I don't know if you know, like, Angel Baby the bunny, or Shaw's, the one that's like a board ape. Those are 2, like, um metaverse artists. That would be cool to do like a song with one of those. And yeah, no, other than that, I think I'm currently collaborating with this guy called Frankie Styles, and he sent me this beat which we're making a song out of, and he's so far super excited about it. So yeah, I'm all about learning from people, meeting people, and yeah. Although, one last thing before I stop rambling. Um, lately, I've been connecting with so many people, which I'm very, very much grateful for. But as a human, we only have so much time in a day, so much projects we can take on. So, and I'm very bad at saying no, but I know that it's not good for my time and for my energy. And so, what I plan to do is that, after I close the full drop and all of this, like, one of the utilities of these NFT is collaborations. So I'm gonna open like a channel on this whole, like, forum, so that people who wanna collaborate with me, most likely have to be, holders of the NFT, and we can vote on ideas, and start building from there. But yeah, that's another little thing.
The beautiful thing about Web3 is like it feels like it's a collaboration incubator. Like more and more individuals are always like willing to collaborate with the next artist to like see if they can create something great, opposed to like kind of the traditional music industry that sometimes like collaboration seem to be more on the rare side. That I have to say that that's one of my favorite things about Web3 and everything like that we have going on here. So like yeah, I have to, say my thanks to you, Losi, for, keeping that mindset, that open mindset to like collaborate with someone new.
Oh, 200%. I totally agree with you. And well, for better or for worse, I don't know, but I am like virgin to the traditional music industry per se. Like, I was never like signed to a record label and then left out, or I was never like actually kind of like part of that whole crazy Web2 world of music, which I'm not against or anything. And I'm just saying that I come in with a mind that is just Web3, like collab, like, I even before being in Web3, I am someone who is always open to opportunities and people, and I never like say like I don't like to close myself because you never know what great thing is gonna spark from something, from a conversation, from meeting someone. And so I'm always super open to that. Like I respond to people who randomly message me or who invite me to something, and sometimes I am even like put my life at risk. Not just kidding, but I just meet people everywhere, and I love to connect because I think humans are very interesting. I feel like everyone has a unique story to share, and to bring something special to the table. And just being able to, at least in Web3, connect so easily with so many people with different backgrounds, different perspectives, different ideas. I think that's gonna spark so many wonderful things in music, not only in music, honestly, like so many other areas of life. And I'm very excited that we get to be a part of all of this. So I'm all for that. And like if it was not for collaborations, I would not be here, because it's my all my music has been because I've worked with people and we've worked as a team, and we've had fun along the way, which is ultimately what I want. I want to enjoy life, and that's fun, to work with others, to celebrate with others, to create cool things with others, because doing it alone is not much fun.
And also you can kind of you can like as a listener you can sense the authenticity when when a artist, a creator makes something because they're having fun, opposed to it kind of just being the work, so to say. I see that we have around we're at 52. Oh, I would like to invite anyone in the listeners that would like to come up and ask any questions to Losi. Losi has been amazing, and I'll pass it over to Shelly because I think I may have cut her off.
No, that was awesome because you said what was in my brain, but you said it better. I was just going to say something along the lines of like good vibes are universal. Like the beauty of Web3 to me is that people from all over the world who would have never met otherwise are connecting in this space of, in this spirit of collaboration and creativity. And I'm so bullish on all of us together. And yeah, just warm, fuzzy feelings and hearts all around me in real life. Um, but that said, we are going to play Losi's music in the band room after this. So, because Twitter Spaces just destroys audio, if you're able to jump into Centraland, please do so. We'll listen to her music. But what I really want from the audience, having been around and heard other Web3 musicians, is there anybody that comes to mind that you would like to hear or see a collab with Losi? Because this is something I do all the time working with musicians. I'm like, oh, you two need to work together because I can just like, it's like a recipe, like I'm making soup. I'm like, this sound and this sound. I am not a musician at all,
Ooh,
but
I
I love,
love that, Shelly.
yes, like putting people
Guys,
together. The first person that popped in my head was Bobby Yaps. He is a guitar player and music instructor. He's also on the East Coast. And yeah, so I'm just planting that seed in the universe. Bobby Yaps and Yossi, I will introduce you behind the scenes, but I think
I know
that could be
him
really fun.
actually.
Oh, perfect.
I know him because he's really good. He hosts this Twitter space with my really good friend Ghost Train. I don't know if you know him. He's also a
Yes.
Yeah, so Ghost Train, he was in the same we were in the same group to drop our first like NFT, which was with Nifty Music. And so Ghost Train and I became super good friends. He's a holder of my NFTs, I'm a holder of his, and he has host this space which I go to whenever I can, and Bobby is his co-host. And so we've definitely talked, but I had not thought of that collaboration, so I'm definitely gonna reach out and see. And guys, if you have any other ideas and you're scared to throw them up here, come up here, throw them in the DMs. They are open. I do read them and I do respond, and we don't bite. But yeah. And Zach, hello Zach. How are you? Thanks for popping in. The space is almost ending, but thank you for joining.
And also, to kind of go back to Fashion Week, I did pin a tweet at the top for you, Losi. It is a tweet by Decentraland, and it is showing the all-star lineup. And for brands, I see, yeah, Tommy Hilfiger, Aloe Yoga, uh, Dolce and Gabbana, Coach, Adidas. Wow, wow, we have Adidas coming. This is pretty crazy. Perry Ellis. So I'm guessing these big names, these brands will be the ones that will be kind of displayed and promoted by the official Decentraland runway events.
Thank
So
you. I will be looking into that. Thank you.
yeah, keep an eye out for like wearable releases by them. Like now that I see Adidas, I'm kind of like, oh, my wallet, no.
Oh my God. I can. Alo Yoga. I love Alo Yoga.
If I'm not mistaken, the Alo Yoga wearables like sold out pretty quickly.
No, I can't imagine. Even the real life clothes sells out.
Hopefully one day for a music festival or something, we can have Losi wearables releasing as the music festival is happening. Just
Oh
ideas.
yes, yes,
The
yes, yes.
the Shelly right next to me would be the person to talk about that too. Last music festival, Shelly ran, in my opinion, the most successful stage at that whole music festival because it was the only stage that had live music, and just like in Decentraland, the vibe of having live music, having like the artist or DJ, like shout you out, like, "Hey, Losi, I see you in the crowd." Like, that is like a special moment for people. So, just having that and such in like, the grand stage, the like basically the music festival is like the grand stage here in Decentraland. Like Shelly, my hat goes off to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, the music festival was an absolute honor to be a part of, and we had so much fun. And I'm just so glad we were able to have that opportunity to sort of flex the skills we've been honing for the last year plus. Um, and yeah, I am probably the loudest, most obnoxious advocate for live, 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 because why not? We have the ability. This is the moment to connect with your audience in real time and be able to engage with people and build those relationships. So yeah, live all the way.
So, Shelly, if True can secure plot 6969 for next year, what are the chances of Losi being featured?
Definitely. I mean, it's negative 6969. The stage is still there, and so we're technically live there right now, but I have to confirm that it will still be there for a while before we go making big plans because that would suck. But we'll make sure.
What if like if that stage just stays there for a while, like we just have our own community festival at that stage?
Oh, I have things cooking.
So Losi, what are your thoughts on possibly being able to perform at like a music festival for Decentraland?
Oh, I'm all for it. I was telling Shelly we were discussing behind the scenes that I'd be super down to perform at a music festival, and hopefully by then I'll have my wings, my crazy sneakers, and everything ready to make the whole show really cool. I've always said, that I like one of my favorite things in this world is concerts, like going to like actual like physical concerts. I think they have like the best energy, and there's just this feeling of everyone in the moment, and happy and enjoying the music and the lights. And to me, I love that. So I think that the virtual world per se might not replace that feeling, but it's definitely a complement of that, like concert experience, like you said, like the DJ calling out your name in the metaverse. That also feels special. That's cool. That's because you cannot always perform in stages, and it's cool to be in your room, and it's like, you know what, I want to perform for the people who like my music. I want to make them feel happy, because that also, seeing an artist perform also makes you kind of like forget about so many of the drama and crazy stuff that everyone has going on in their lives, and enjoy it for a quick second. So I would be very happy to be able to do that and perform and put on a cool show in the Central End. And that's definitely in the plans now that I've been onboarded and and introduced. cannot make excuses. So I like set 10 minutes at least every day to play it, to learn something about how to play a guitar, and slow but surely learning how to play it. It's an acoustic guitar, by the way, but I would love to learn how to play electric guitar and the drums. Oh my, I would love. I for some reason I love drums. I would love to learn how to play the drums.
Would you say that you learned, you know, your singing career started through piano, or which one came first?
Probably piano. So I actually growing up, my mom always put us in like music lessons. So I went to like funny story though, by the way. She put me in a music academy when I was like 5 or 6, and our teacher was so strict. I remember, like, I just remember that I was scared of her, and we, like my sister and I, when I say we, my sister and I hated going to piano lessons, and it was like dreadful for us because we were so scared of our teacher. And but it was like the classical piano, sitting straight, the hands, and performing. And I have little pictures of me performing at piano. So definitely piano, but I don't know what came first. I think I was born out of the womb with a dream of being a singer. I like since I have memory, I just loved singing, performing for my family, making like dances. We always the weekends, like my sister and I would do shows. We would put on like wigs and dress up and like perform. And so it has always been like in me. And I don't know. I like since I have memory, I wanted to be that. I also like I was one of those people. I still am, by the way. No shame. I I get obsessed with like the artists I like just because I don't know, I feel music so much. And I was one of the people who would like cry and like be desperate to meet them and just have posters. I'm the type of person.
Th- and thank you for sharing. I mean, I can definitely relate to kind of like early on in life having, being put in like some sort of instrument class and just like absolutely hating it because, the instructor was just so mean. sometimes sometimes I wonder like if like things were different for a lot of people like early on in life, not having that mean instructor but having that inspirational instructor that kind of like shows you that you can do anything you want to do. I wonder if there would be a different outcome in the world with like maybe more musicians or more, yeah, more musicians around.
Yes, I think that teachers play such an important role. Good teacher, like a good teacher can have a like a such an impact on a student, and a bad teacher too. And some people are very lucky to have amazing teachers, some do not. I've had amazing teachers across my life and others not so good, but in like both academic wise and like music wise. mm, but yeah, in general I just feel like that's why also I always tend to like we never know the specific experience of a person and what they went through. And because so many as kids we're so vulnerable to like outside stimuli and people and things that influence and shape who we are. And some people are very lucky to have like a very good experience, others not. And obviously it's up to us what we make of it, but nevertheless it affects us in different ways. And so I've always been very curious about that and how that shapes people. And yeah, it's very interesting. A whole other conversation, very very deep too. But yeah, good point that you bring up there.
Thank you. Let's see. So for me, it is 9:11 p.m., probably different in different time zones. Shelly, would you have any more questions for Losi tonight?
I'm sure I'm going to think of many, but not at the moment. I have a question for you, Sin. Did you say that you play an instrument?
I don't play any instruments now. This is like very early in life. Like we're talking like 5, 6, 7 years old.
Oh, Baby Mew, what were you playing?
Ba- Baby Mew tried to play the guitar. Baby Mew did not succeed very well, but also Baby Mew was very rebellious and was like, "No."
Oh my God. Are there photos? Because this sounds like absolutely precious.
What of me rebelling to play the guitar, maybe even threatening some people with it, like, "I'm not doing this."
I just had a wave of I'm gonna make a whole series of AI art of like Baby Mew throwing guitar. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So stay tuned, folks.
Stay tuned.
um,
Come to Music Matrix week 5 next week. You will probably get the show app with that image.
exactly. Yes. Fun fact: Tiny Shelley played the saxophone, and it was like Lisa Simpson from The Simpsons. Like the thing was bigger than me and it was heavy and but I could do it. It was just nobody encouraged me to stick with it. I think my mom was like, "Oh my God, that sound." Because I was dedicated. I would practice every day and I think they just got sick of me. I could have been great, y'all.
Wait, but what? So you don't play it anymore?
No, I think I played for like maybe a year and a half and then
Oh.
yeah, and I'm totally kidding when I say I could have been great. I think I'm tone deaf, so
I'm
it
sure
was
you're
probably
not.
horrible.
I'm sure you're not.
So
What
funny.
what was the factor that led you to stop playing? Was it rebellious Shelly?
To be honest, I don't really remember. I think it was just nobody seemed interested in it for me, so I just kind of lost interest because I am also a people pleaser. So it was like, well, if nobody likes this, why am I doing it?
Totally understand that. I mean, even for my in my case, at least, like after they realized that instruments were not gonna go too good for me, my parents stuck me into sports.
What sports did you play?
Oh, I was a wrestler. I played rugby. I played baseball, football, a tiny bit of soccer, and I ran track.
Oh wow, you really did the whole. Honestly, I think I also did so many sports. I feel like parents, when we were young, tried us to put in anything to calm our um energy as kids. I cannot even. I don't have kids, but I can imagine that when I do, I'm gonna be like, where can I put you? Somewhere that you are not bother me.
What sport do you like? Do you like kicking stuff or do you like throwing stuff?
Both. No, I love sports. I love to play anything and move around, but I would say that my favorites, I love tennis and I love soccer. So I played soccer at school. But when I was younger, I used to play tennis and I was I don't know why I stopped. I really love it. And yeah, I think that those are my two favorite sports, tennis and football. But I also, I also did swimming. I also tried for a horseback riding for a bit, but I was too scared I would fall off the horse, so that was a no for me. Um, Also tried volleyball, but didn't really like it. What else did I? Oh, skating. I tried skating. Mm, Running.
Ah, yes, skating. That one lives deep in the back of my mind because I used to bust my ass so much.
Okay, what kind of
Ah,
skates? Like inline, skateboard? What are we talking here?
guys! Oh my God! I'm so sorry. Uh, I
Oh
cannot.
no, are
Not
you
I'm
rugged
just
again?
very I am not rugged.
We hear you.
I just received the message. Guys, I this is just I'm very excited right now. This is the craziness of Web3. Holy oh my god. I Do you guys know the platform Sound?
Yes.
Yes.
So they literally they do are not like they're already closed. I've messaged them and they told me like no, we have um like closed uh like applications for artists, and I just received the message that they wanna onboard me and wanna drop so that I can drop with
Yes!
them. So yes.
Congratulations! That's awesome.
Oh guys, I'm so sorry. I was so excited. I don't know, but uh, anyways, anyone down there, this is I'm sorry, but this is Web3, guys. Anything can happen any day. Just keep doing what you do. Keep putting out your work, working for your dreams, and don't give up because you never know who's gonna hear your music, who's gonna see what you're doing. So yes, yes, yes. Um, thank you guys for hosting this. It's been amazing. I'm so happy.
And I it's a honor for us to like for this to even like happen during the Twitter space, and thank you so much for sharing with us. Definitely have gonna have to like check out the profile soon.
Yes, thank you again. Thank you again. I just yeah, it's been an amazing week, day, everything, and you guys made it better. Thank you for being here with me in this moment. So
Oh, I love that so much. That is absolutely awesome. And I have pinned a couple of things at the top of this space with links to Losi's NFTs. Right now, there's an open edition. The mint ends tomorrow. Is that right?
so the one for the open edition, which is a contest, ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So 1 mint equals one vote, and it's just 0.005, so about like $8, 10. Um, and that's for all night long. That one is the open edition, which ends tonight. Correct.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have what, a couple of hours left. I minted one. I know the True Community Wallet minted, I think three. So they're only $8. There's a link on the back wall in Decentraland, and then there is a link pinned to the top up here. And then I haven't looked in the last hour or so, but I think there are two of the broken NFTs left listed, and that link
Correct.
is also at the top.
Hmm so for those of you guys who are new, the broken one is my Genesis collection, which is not an open edition, but rather 23, which of currently are two left. And that one is separate from the one that I just mentioned. That is a competition. But yeah, you got that one right.
Awesome. Those two are actually the GIF NFTs that are on the sidewall in Decentraland True Band Room. So you can
Hey,
click and shop. People click and shop.
yeah, let's go.
So as we begin to wind down and head over to the open mics section of our show, Losi, what would be the best way someone can contact you for collaboration or to ask any questions?
Yes, so I think Twitter is the best way. My DMs are open, so you can send me a message on Twitter sometimes because Twitter I there's so many group chats that are active, and Twitter DMs can get like a little bit hectic, but I have like there's days when I sit down and go through all of my Twitter DMs. Another way I that you guys can contact me is joining my Discord. The link for the Discord is on my like I have a link on my Twitter that's like the landing page, and there's a link that says join my Discord. So if you join my Discord and say hi there, ping me there, that's another way that you can easily reach me. I It's even easier because there's no crowd, like there's not crazy group chats and crazy messages like Twitter. So Discord, and then I also have my email, which is I am losimusic@gmail.com. So if you want to send files or things like that, also my email. Um, But yeah, I think those three are the ones I are the best for collaboration.
Well, shout out to you in school, dropping music, creating music, dropping NFTs, managing social media. Like, hell yes, applause, applause. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for giving us your time and your energy. And Sin, I'll shut up.
No, you were doing great. I was hoping you would continue so I didn't have to talk. Thank you everyone for your time. Really appreciate every single one of you that, joined the Twitter space and listen to us, learn about Losi. Losi, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being so open to the things around you here in Web3. I know that sometimes it's like a little difficult to kind of like be told about a certain platform, let's say, and then kind of like being open enough to like want to check it out. But like in your case, you just like dove right into Decentraland. We were can Shelly was already sending you Doki hair and all that stuff, so you're pretty set to go by now.
Yes, and it's funny, guys. I don't even know where, but I remember participating in a competition. I won something, and it was this two Polygon NFTs, and I just had them in my wallet. I was like, "What the hell is this? I do not know." And I opened my Decentraland, and turns out they were wearables for Decentraland. And I'm like, "Okay, that what the hell?" And currently, if you guys are in Decentraland, the hoodie I'm wearing, I don't even know. Okay, I left. I'm going back to where I was. I don't see anyone. Okay. Anyways, the hoodie I'm wearing, which I'm coming down, guys. What is up, my people? Here's Losi. Um, that hoodie is the wearable that I'm selling. It's from a brand called Elevate, which is like a drink brand, Web2 brand that is like a energy drink. I don't know, but sponsored. They're sponsoring me right now in this central. Not really, but
Unofficially, we gotta send them an email and let them know of your hard work here. I currently have the marketplace pulled up, the l8life.com hoodie.
yes, that's it. I'm lost. I'm somewhere in the station, but I ran away.
On my screen, you are. Oh, for a second, you were dancing right next to Aspen on my screen.
Yes, but I somehow managed to go upstairs. I'm in a room with computers, and I don't even know where I am.
Oh, you took the teleporter from the ground floor. There's like a teleporter right next to the staircase that will take you up to the radio
Oh,
station.
oh, this is awesome, guys. Staring at a TV screen right now that has my landing page. This is so cool.
Oh, yep, that would be the screen, the true screen. Yep. So,
Yeah.
uh, so yeah, thank you everyone once again. Shelly, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I'm excited to hear Lucy's music in the band room and then get her on stage for a live show. Woo-hoo.
Yes, and again, Sin and Shelly, Canessa, Joey, all of you guys that made this possible. You know, Joey for hosting the space where I met Canessa, Canessa for introducing me to Shelly, Shelly for introducing me to Sinful and Decentraland. So much love again. Super fun to share this and super fun to be able to explore Decentraland. Definitely another world completely. Web3 is differently so many worlds. So very excited to explore this one. And thank you guys. And thank you for all the audience and for listening and coming through. Really appreciate your time and hope we can chat again.
I think the future is bright for Losi and Web3. So I foresee like a part 2 Music Matrix with I Am Losi.
I hope so. I hope so. Thank you so much. I would be very, very honored to be here again. And again, of course, if anyone has anything, I already said where you can reach me. I don't bite. And yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sin, sorry, I think I cut you off.
No, you're good. I was going to say thank you and thank you all for being here. Love you all.
Yes, much love. Thank you. We'll wrap the space and continue the show in Decentraland so we can hear Losi's music. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, everyone. And like hold everybody's hands for the next couple of weeks while we get through this daylight savings change together, because Decentraland events are about to be a hot mess. Because if you don't understand, UTC times are now different local times. So we're all going to be scrambling, figuring it out as we do every year. It never gets easier. It's always confusing. You're not dumb. We're all confused together. WorldTimeBuddy.com, not sponsored. That is just my best friend. So if it helps anybody else, you're welcome. Thank you all again. We will see you next week. And right now, we'll see you in the band room. Bye.
Bye. Let's go to the bedroom.
Bye bye.
I know that I am broken, but I promise I can be fixed. And all I'm really